finish up lesson 2 for wave interactions, I want you guys to go ahead and read the STEM career connection about a day in the life of a surfboard shaper. And if you notice down here, it says it's your turn. I'll be posting the extra credit assignment for this in Google Classroom. Once again, it is extra credit. You don't have to complete it. Going into our lesson review, make sure this is finished before you take the quiz today or sometime over this weekend. You want to make sure that you're reviewing just this lesson. So you want to make sure you can use your booklet. Remember, you have your wave interaction sample booklet. This is perfect for here because you have these 4 words. It asks you for a description and a model. I mean, if you look in here, you've got your description and your model right here of reflection. Here's absorption and a model right here. Here's transmission and your model. You can use this as your model, and diffraction. And definitely use these as your model, showing the wave bending around an object as well as the wave bending through a space. Okay, so that is for this summarize it chart. If you go over here to the 3D thinking, we've got, it's asking you to measure the speed of sound. And so it says a sound wave takes about 0.03 seconds to move through a material that is 10.3 meters long. What is the material? Remember, according to your booklet, we have over here, when we look at speed, we have our formulas right here for speed, and we're going to use that right here. Speed is distance divided by time. So they gave us a distance right here, distance. There's our distance, and then here's our time. Here's our time. And go ahead and work that out and see which one matches best with that. And down here we've got, you are in a soundproofed hallway. Someone's standing around the corner, speaks to you, and you hear them. Which claim offers the best evidence and reasoning for this phenomenon? Okay, focus on the around the corner. Which one is best showing that you can actually hear them when they're not directly in line with you and they're around a corner. Okay. The last one is our real world connection. We're going to pretend that an architect wants to design a conference room that reduces noise coming from outside the room. I want you to suggest right here, I want you to write, or you can draw design features. I want you to tell me what types of objects, maybe what furniture, and what's the material of that furniture, what's the material on the floor, what's the material on the walls that you would need to consider for this project, okay? Please make sure you do revisit the probe on page 35 and see, do you still agree with that statement that you put there? Also, I already talked about going back to the CER and making sure that you support your claim with some evidence. You should have already done planning after lesson 1 for our STEM module project. And then hopefully moving on to lesson 2, you do need to do a little bit of research in helping to figure out what reduces the damage of waves hitting the shore. Just write down some questions, and then hopefully you have find some answers to those questions. Don't forget to write your citations for your sources right here, or you can print them out and put them in your science book. That's fine. Over here it says to create a table showing each type of technology that you researched. Just do 2. Here, one here and one here, that is helping you to reduce damage from waves. This is not something you have to think up, just something that's already created to help reduce damage from waves, okay? And then you want to say, first of all, describe how it reduces the damage from the waves. How does this impact society? Does this cost a lot of money? Does this employ a bunch of jobs? How does this impact society, each of these different technologies that you researched? How does it impact the environment? Will it have to be taken away any animals' habitat? And then any other strengths of this technology and weaknesses of that particular design or technology, okay? And that is all you have to do for the STEM project. You do not have to do any more of these. You do not have to develop anything. We really don't have the resources to do that, okay? So moving on to page 61, we have our module wrap-up. And I do need you to use the concepts you've been learning throughout this module to explain why a wave knocks you down. So we've got this wave coming in, it's gonna knock you down. Why is that? So I want you can draw a picture and you can use vocabulary words in describing that. And then please answer right, I know there's a lot of lines here, but tell me one question about what you studied in this unit, and that's all I want you to write right there. And then you do not need to plan and conduct an investigation to answer that question, okay? And that's it. And then next week we'll be starting with light.